Sai Ram. In the bygone Satya Yuga, there was a demon by the name Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu hated Lord Vishnu or Lord Narayana because Lord Vishnu had killed his brother, another demon by the name Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha had kidnapped and taken away Mother Earth, and Lord Vishnu took up the form of a divine boar, the Varaha, and as Varaha avatar, he slayed Hiranyaksha and rescued Mother Earth. Now Hiranyakashipu was very angry, and therefore he wanted to wage a war against Lord Vishnu and win it. For that he wanted to win a boon that he will never be killed. But when he did severe penances to achieve this boon, Lord Brahma tells him, Hiranyakashipu, it is not possible that you will never die. So ask for something else. And this is when Hiranyakashipu thinks that he will outwit God. He says, Oh Lord, I should not die at the hands of any man or any beast. Okay, done. But wait. I should not die in the sky or on the ground. Okay, done. But wait, I should not die at day or at night. Okay, done. I should not die indoors, nor should I die outdoors. Okay, done. And then Hiranyakashipu says, okay, thanks, that's all I wanted. And now he feels he's invincible. He cannot be killed at all. It's as good as telling him that you will never die. But he has underestimated the Lord who has given him that intelligence. What happens? The Lord comes in the form of Narasimha, half man, half lion. Oh my God, the first point is out of the window now, because this is neither a human form nor a beast form. It is Narasimha, the man lion. And then Narasimha comes and picks him and takes him to the threshold of the palace. And half the foot is outside, half the foot is inside. Neither is he indoors nor outdoors. And it is the twilight time. The sun is setting. It is neither day nor night. And in that twilight, he picks him up and puts him on his lap. He is neither on the ground nor is he in the air. What I forgot to mention was, Hiranyakashipu had asked for one more boon too, which is no weapon should be able to kill him. And Lord Narasimha doesn't use any weapon, but uses his own nails, digs it into his stomach and tears him apart. And that was the end of Hiranyakashipu. We become demonic when we try to outwit the Lord with our intelligence. There are three aspects to each one of us: the mind, the body, and the Atma, the soul. When the soul is in charge, that is when we are sattvic beings, We follow the path of purity, patience and perseverance and do everything as an offering to God. But when the mind dominates or the body dominates, we are no longer sattvic. When the body dominates, we become animalistic. We go by instinct, and therefore it's all rajasic. When the mind dominates and becomes the most important, which is dictating to others, then we become tamasic, we become devilish, fiendish. Therefore, when we are listening to the authority of the mind, we are Rakshasas. That is what happened to Hiranyakashipu. When we listen to the dictates of the body, then we are animals. When we listen to the Atma, then alone we are divine. And that is what Swami wants us to be. And when we are divine, we will know that God has only one weakness. I had made a previous video to share about how it was my ambition, how it was my desire to get a photograph signed by Swami, and I tried the tamasic and rajasic methods. I tried everything using my intelligence to get it signed. If you have not watched that video, it is there at this link above. That is the first part, that is a prelude to the story. I would recommend that you watch it and then come to this, because this is the video where I will share with you God's only weakness, which therefore becomes the devotee's only strength. Let me not hold you in suspense about what is God's only weakness. God's only weakness is love. Yes, dear brothers and sisters, the devotee's love, which is called devotion, is God's only weakness, and God melts before it, and therefore devotion is our greatest strength. Those days in Purnachandra Auditorium, when every day I began to take that photograph and didn't get it signed, I decided that I will not use my head anymore. I will not try to outwit Swami. I will surrender to him. In fact, to one of my classmates, I gifted that photograph as a birthday gift. I told him also that this is a very special photograph. See here, this black dot, Swami himself has placed that dot. He said, oh, how blessed. Why are you giving this photo to me then? Because brother, I want you to have it. Have a happy birthday. You're a dear friend for me. Those were the days when I used to have so many dear friends. I used to think all are dear friends. Swami teaches us that God is the only friend. Now I know it because again, Swami taught that to me, and he also told me that he is my best friend. How that happened is another beautiful episode. I have narrated it in a satsang, which is at this link above. So these links will also be in the description section of the video. So I gifted that photograph to him and I said, Swami, I surrender to you. I want a photograph signed, Swami. I don't know how you'll do it, but please do it for me. Please do it for me. And I will be a good boy. I used to do so many things so that I can please Swami. I tried to be disciplined. I tried to be devoted. I tried to do my duty. Every 2 weeks there would be a movie show in the hostel. Once in 2 weeks, once in a fortnight. A good, inspiring movie would be selected. It would be suitably edited and censored if at all there are some things to be edited. And then we would watch it on Saturday nights. I would sacrifice many of those movie shows. Instead, read Swami stories or listen to a Parayanam where a teacher would share some experiences with Swami. And I felt, Swami, I'm sacrificing the movie, something that my mind and senses crave for, in order to listen to you. This is good for me, I know. It is good for my soul. And all of this I would do so that Swami would be happy with me. And maybe one day he will sign my photograph. Days passed. So many things happened in between. Of course, the darshans shifted back to Kulwant Hall. They were no longer being held in Purnachandra Auditorium. So many other beautiful opportunities I got with Swami. But this photo was not signed. The year got completed, 1999 was over. So that letter where I had written before this year ends, you need to sign that photograph that was mentioned in part 1. That didn't happen. The year 2000 came, new year, new millennium, new century, everything new. And the sports meet that year, I got some really beautiful photographs of Swami. Any photograph of Swami is beautiful, but I'm meaning technically where I have clicked it well. So therefore, there was one photograph of Swami standing in the chariot and waving and giving his Abhaya Hasta. I hoped that Swami would sign that photograph. So I would carry that photograph to the mandir whenever I went, and I would have a writing pad ready and hope that if at all Swami is going to sign the photograph, he will sign. Those were the days when the birthday boys used to take a photographer along with them. And when he is blessing them, a photographer nearby would click a photograph of them and Swami. I got the opportunity to accompany birthday boys to go as a photographer, and Swami would point out and ask, are you an agent? Their agent? Swami would ask, because he knew this setup that was there, that somebody is going to get up for birthday blessings and I have to click. And sometimes some other birthday boys would tell, brother, please click mine also, because every birthday boy would not get a photographer tagging along. And what I mean by tagging along is, the birthday boy would go and request the warden telling, sir, please allow this person to get the camera and come because I want my photograph to be taken. So I got this opportunity to sit in the veranda or the portico of the mandir many times because the birthday boys would be seated there and I was clicking their photograph. And I would carry my photograph, and whenever Swami would start signing birthday boys photographs, I would gently hold up the pad, writing pad with the photograph. And there also this bad luck continued because Swami would say, hey, not birthday boy, sit down. And I would sit down, and I didn't try to write any letter, trap Swami, nothing. No. I will just offer and wait. But too many times I had offered and had been rejected. In fact, on one occasion, Swami looked at me and said, this guy has come from a mental hospital, go get him admitted. And he told Professor Anil Kumar, who was sitting there, make sure that he gets 2-3 shocks and get him treated. He should become fine. He's very mad. Yes, I am mad, Swami. Even to this day, I am mad. I am mad in love with you, Swami, and I don't mind being admitted to any mental hospital as long as I can achieve you. I pray that I achieve you, Swami. So I felt very happy when Swami called me mental hospital, and I kept showing. Then one day, one of the brothers who used to assist and help Swami, brother Nitin Acharya, he came to me and said, hey, you are becoming a nuisance in this veranda area. Every time you're getting up and popping up, showing your photograph when you clearly know that Swami doesn't want to sign. Next time you do this, I will make sure that you cannot sit over here. Okay, so that's it. After that day, even if Swami would sign somebody's photograph, I would keep waiting and hoping that Swami looks at me, because otherwise I didn't want to get up. From then on, all the yearning and craving went on only in the level of my heart. Every day I would sit, and when Swami is coming to sign the photographs, after taking the pictures of these birthday boys, I would pray, Swami, please sign my photograph, please sign my photograph. And when I tried to get up, in the corner of my eye, I would see Brother Nitinacharya, and I would get scared. I would get scared that I'll get up and if Swami doesn't sign, then I won't be allowed to sit here also. I'll be thrown out. So I would sit back. One day, after blessing all the birthday boys, Swami had gone into the interview room. This was sometime in February of 2000. And after the interview, Swami came walking out, and he seemed to be in a very jolly mood, very relaxed mood. So he asked for one of the primary school boys to show a photograph that he had brought and signed it for him. And then that's it. Swami said, that's all? Any more photographs? Now this primary school boy pulls out one small pocket-sized calendar from his pocket and gives it to Swami. And Swami signs that also. Gives it back and asks, any more photograph? Oh God, my photographs are here. So many are there. But Swami, I'm so scared to get up. Swami, will you not sign? Will you not sign? Will you not sign? And then Swami asked, oh, that's all, no more photographs. Every photograph of this primary school boy, Swami signed. And then Swami said, no more photographs. I pulled out this one photograph of Swami in the chariot blessing, but I don't have the courage to kneel up, because even as I'm kneeling up, in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing this security brother over there. So then Swami looked at me. Photograph? Yes, Swami. I got up in relief and just showed it to him. In my mind, I'm thinking, Swami, whether you sign or not, just smile at me, Swami, so that I know that you love me. That's all. And Swami says, give. And he took that photograph, and Swami says, you should have brought a pad, right, so that I can sign it easily. I just smiled. So in my mind, I'm thinking, Swami, every day I used to bring a pad, Swami. When you don't want to sign, when I bring a pad and a pen and the best photograph in the best position, then also it doesn't happen. Swami, when you want to sign, you will sign anyway. I know it, Swami. This was in my mind. I had totally surrendered. And Swami kept that photo on the forearm, on his forearm, and he signed, with love, Baba, and he gave it to me. Dear brothers and sisters, that is the only photograph signed by Swami that I have. I had laminated it, kept it in my altar. One day, there was a wind that blew and this photograph fell down. It fell on the lamp, and therefore you can see this part, it has got burnt. But even as it burnt, Swami's hand did not get burnt. This photograph has held very, very special meaning and value for me. Before I started making these vlogs, these YouTube videos on Swami, I used to write blogs. Yes, I have written more than 400 blogs. They are at the two blog sites whose links I will put in the description section below. One is a Hub Pages site, one is a Blogspot site. Still those 400 odd articles are there. When I started writing articles about Swami, I started with my own personal experiences. And there were a few people who misunderstood me. They thought that I'm doing this for personal glory and I'm doing it in order to show off that I'm such a blessed person. No. I started blogging after 2011 Mahasamadhi. I started to fill that huge void in my heart. I used to be so sad throughout the day, thinking, what is the use of living without Swami? And therefore I decided that I would live and relive those moments that I spent with him. That is how the blog had started. But when all these criticism came, I was a bit affected and shaken. And I was wondering whether I should stop blogging forever. That day, I had written a blog about precisely this story. The story of how Swami signed this photograph. But then I thought, Swami, maybe I should not publish this, because this is your way of indicating, through criticism from others. This is your way of indicating that maybe I should not write. Exactly on that evening, dear brothers and sisters, from this very photograph of Swami, from his hand, Vibhuti came pouring out, so much Vibhuti, and that is when I realized Swami is blessing me to go ahead, and it is because of that incident that today I'm sitting and making these videos. Apart from the 450 blogs, more than 450 videos have been published, and this photograph has a special role in that, the photograph that Swami gave his signature on. In conclusion, let me recollect what happened with Mr. Ross Chastain. Have you heard that name? Because what Ross Chastain did during one of the NASCAR qualifying races in 2022 is astounding. He wanted to qualify in this car racing, NASCAR racing, and he was nowhere in the front where he could qualify, only the top 4 qualify. At that point in time, he told, they're all connected with their team over the earphones and headsets. Over the headset, he says this statement which brings goosebumps. He says, I'm going to press the accelerator and I'm not going to lift my foot till I see God or the checkered flag. That's it. And he presses the accelerator and drives along the wall. In NASCAR races, it's a circular race pit, and throughout, along the wall he drives and he qualifies. I get goosebumps even as I'm sharing this, because this is historical and everyone is just so numbed in their mind. They're so thrilled beyond words. They had never thought that someone could do something like this. It was not even there in their wildest imaginations, and he created a most historical move. Well, that move today has been banned, but Ross Chastain has engraved his name in history in golden letters for innovating something and doing something for the first time ever. All that came from his determination. I'm going to put my leg on the accelerator and not remove it till I see God or the checkered flag, meaning either I will die or I'll achieve my goal. Why I'm concluding with this episode is because Swami tells that is the quality of a true devotee. Swami says the determination of a devotee should be so intense, the determination to get God, that Swami says either God should come and yield to you or you should collapse and die from the effort. No other result is acceptable for a devotee. May we become devotees like that, with the determination to achieve the lotus feet of the Lord. May we either die in that effort, because we will be reborn again in circumstances that take us closer to his lotus feet, or the Lord will be pleased and come and offer us that greatest blessing of being at his lotus feet. And let us do this not with our mind and intelligence, but with our heart and love. Dear Swami, may the love that we have for you in our heart keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.